Guys, what is there not to love about ogbono soup? With just simple ingredients, it will come out perfectly well. That is, if you know how to make it. So in this video, I am going to show you how to make the correct and perfect ogbono soup, step by step method. So if this is something you would love to see, please stay glued to your screen. My name is Peace, and on this channel I share simple recipes straight from my kitchen, and I also share simple lifestyle living. So please kindly subscribe to this channel. Please, that is your own way of supporting me. Now let's get right into the video. In my clean pot, I went in with my beef. You can use any protein of your choice. You can use goat meat, you can use smoked meat, you can even use chicken. Just use whatever you have. You can use just fish and it will come out perfectly, provided you follow the step I am going to show you in this video. So I seasoned my meat with salt and just seasoning cube, added water, cover it up to cook. While the meat is cooking, the next thing is to grind the ogbono. Now this is the ogbono before grinding. So what you have to do, because sometimes the ogbono is always coming there like dirty. Some said it's dirty. You can decide to clean it if you wish. You can decide to go ahead and pound it like this. The choice is yours. Okay, do what works for you. Okay, now after cleaning it, do dry cleaning. Don't, instead of washing it in water, it is better you just clean it with maybe a dry cloth, or maybe your kitchen towel, a neat one. Then you do dry grinding. You grind it with your the blender that grinds dry things. Please don't add water. Okay, now after grinding it, the next thing I did was to add palm oil. Palm oil is used in making ogbono soup. Then stir it to break the lumps. Okay, then because when you finish grinding it, it's going to cake together, so stir to break the lumps, sorry. So the next thing, I'm going to take it onto the pot top, the pot that I'm using to boil my meat. I'll place it on the pot top so that it will dissolve properly. Now, while the ogbono is dissolving and the meat is still cooking, the next thing, I'm going to wash my dried fish, my mangala. We call it mangala here, so it's dried fish. So it's like catfish that is smoked, yes. So I am going to put it in a bowl and I'll pour hot water over it, and I'll leave it to soak for a few minutes. So the reason why I am doing this is to make sure that is to get the dirt, all the dirt out of the fish, and also sometimes there will be some insects hidden inside the mangala fish. So with the hot water, all the insects will be forced to come out, or they will eventually be unalived. So after that, I'm going to open up the mangala. Then I'll open it and I'll debone as much as I can. Please, if you have little children, take your time and debone it properly. Okay, in my own case, I didn't want to scatter the whole mangala fish, so I did little deboning. Like, I literally just removed the main bone in the middle. After that, then I set aside. Now the next thing I did is to check on the meat whether it has cooked. At this stage, it is about 70% cooked, which is okay for me. After some minutes, I opened the pot. At this stage, I added my pepper, my grinded pepper. Then I added my mangala fish that was already washed. I covered it back again to boil. So after about 5 minutes, I opened the pot. Everything is now boiling. So the next thing I did was to add half of the ogbono into the pot. Okay, I added half of it and I stirred it and I allowed it to continue cooking. Please, at this stage, I am not covering the pot. Once you've added the ogbono, please don't cover the pot. If you cover the pot, it is going to affect the consistency, that is the texture of the soup. You know, ogbono is supposed to draw. Please pardon me, that is the term that I know. I don't, if you know the correct term, what is the texture of ogbono? Please help me put it down in the description, in the comment section. So then if you cover the pot, it's going to, the drawing will reduce. So you don't cover ogbono once you've added it. So I stirred it and I allowed it to boil for like, let's say 5 minutes. Now back to the soup. I went back to check on my soup. So now if you check the consistency, if it's too thick, before adding the second batch of the ogbono, you can top up water. The choice is yours. For me, my own consistency is okay, so I went ahead and I added the last batch of the ogbono. I stirred everything together and I allowed it to continue cooking. After about 3 minutes, I went back, stirred the soup, and then I added my smoked ejakika fish. Okay, so, and I stirred it and I allowed it to continue cooking. So while the soup is cooking, so I went ahead to prepare my vegetable. I am using ugu leaf for this particular ogbono soup. Please, you can use octaze, you can use bitter leaf, the choice is yours. So I'm plucking out my leaf from the stalk. I prefer to wash my leaves before slicing it. Why some people prefer to slice before washing? Please, which do you prefer? Let me know in the comment section. So after washing, I went ahead to slice it and I set it aside. Please, a little request from me to you. If you are still watching this video to this stage and you've not subscribed to my channel, please kindly hit the subscribe button. Please support me by subscribing. Help this little channel of mine to grow. So after about 5 minutes, I came back to check on my soup. Then I added salt and seasoning. So at this stage, I have to be very, very careful so that I don't over salt, over season it. Because remember that while we are boiling the meat, I seasoned the meat with salt and pepper. So you too should be very, very careful. After seasoning it, then I stirred properly. Then I went ahead to add my crayfish and I stirred again. Then lastly, I went ahead with my ugu leaves. I added my ugu and I stirred it. I allowed it to cook for like just 2 to 3 minutes because I don't want to overcook the ugu leaves. So while stirring it, it was cooking. And that is it. Our ogbono soup is ready. So simple, so straightforward. You don't need much ingredients for it to, come out right, provided you follow the right steps. So that is it. See, just look at it. Looking so attractive, so yummy, so tasty. So let me know if you'll be trying this recipe, and if you indeed tried the recipe, kindly come back and tell me how it went in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please, before you go, don't forget to support my channel by subscribing. Please like this video, share it to your loved ones. Please drop a comment. Thank you again for watching. God bless you. And until we see again in our next video, see you and remain blessed. Please don't go without subscribing. Thank you so much.